What kids want this shopping season for kids. I spoke to Danielle Fornes. She is the former educator and blogger for Moms Who Know. I began by asking her about this year's hottest items for kids.
I'm in the field of styling, so I do a lot of things like that. I get to cover a lot of shows. So right now, what is really popular is graphic tees are so popular, and what parents love about them is that there's many colors in the graphic tees. So you can wear many different types of, leggings or jeans. And a big trend this year, aside from graphic tees, are prints. So we have the animal prints, the camo prints, Doc Martens. When I grew up, when I was a teenager, those are back. Metallics, faux fur. A lot of families are becoming more, designers are becoming more eco savvy. So you see a lot of like faux fur, metallics, but the big trend is mix and match. And that's something that a lot of kids and teens and moms and everyone's loving, that mix and match trend.
Look, how much do people spend on this stuff? I mean, obviously, I've got 3 daughters.
Oh, wow.
One spends a lot, the other don't spend yet. But this is a real question, because is there a budget for back-to-school shopping? And some people are on a very tight budget, and clothing prices, as you know, can be very expensive.
Budget. You see a variety of different things happening, but what I find is that parents are now shopping on online sources or looking for sale items right before back to school, especially this weekend. This is one of the biggest shopping weekends of for back to school. So I see that parents are becoming a little more budget savvy, looking at what they have to kind of mix and match and things like that. So I think depending on what your family income is or number of children, some people are, reusing what they have, some hand-me-downs, mix and match, getting a few pieces.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of what's happening right now.
There's a lot of items now that weren't around when I went to school. All this tech stuff, the iWatch, the iPhones, the iPads. Every gadget you can think of. And I actually think there's just far too many gadgets. I don't see how a kid can focus on school. But look, a lot of schools now say you need to have these gadgets because it's part of the curriculum, right?
Absolutely.
How do parents decide which ones to buy? Because most cannot buy all of the stuff.
No, well, a lot of schools actually will, I could speak for myself. My son's school, most of the children they use the either iPads in school or Chromebooks that the children will, the parents will rent for the year. That's a great way to do it. And to be honest, I think that, most schools looking into what programs they have or offer, some of the tech companies do offer special deals for students. I know that Apple does that for back to school for the MacBook Airs and things of that nature. So I think looking into the school's deals, a lot of parents don't realize. And I do too.
That's just me.
Absolutely. But a way to make it, I have a really cool tip. I wish I had all these items. I love them. You can change any change the look of it with hard cases. There's a great company called ID Cause. They have these removable stickers, making it funky and new, because we took one of my husband's old laptops and we did that for my son. He says, oh, this isn't a blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? We're going to make it look cool. And speaking of that too, taking like everyone's into this whole, the tape of duct tape craze that started last year. Kids are covering binders and you name it to make things look new and really personalize it. So that's a great way to do that.
I mean, obviously Hollywood has a big influence. I guess we're speaking specifically towards the kids version, which is really Disney. And you think of things like Frozen, and you think of all these different characters that kids have been obsessed with now. How big of an influence is that on what kids bring to school, or for that matter, even how they dress?
I think it does. In respect to school supplies, I know a lot of companies are jumping on the bandwagon with the notebooks and folders and pencil cases, but most classrooms don't allow certain, characters in the classroom, just like for backpack or maybe lunch boxes. But they do have an influence on children. A lot of the Disney characters, and Marvel is a big trend this year for young boys and girls, but I see that they're all jumping on the bandwagon.